Hello. I just wanted to make a video here about the Ford F-150 7700 from, I believe it's 99 to 2003 they made them. They made some other versions later on, but I don't know anything about those. I just so happen to have one here on the lift. So I just want to go through some of the differences that there are between the 7700 and the regular F-150. Now, what the 7700 is, it's basically an F250 light duty. And this happened when the Super Duty came into being. They used to just have an F250, and then when they came up with the Super Duty, which I believe was in 99, they rebadged the light duty 250 as the F150 7700. Now, most of it is the same as a normal F150. I have one here on the lift, and I'm going to go over a couple of the differences that I've noticed. And so there it is. It's this one's a 2003. I mean, this is my parts truck for my project I'm working on. But a couple of things that are different, and they mainly have to do with the rear end. So in the back, you've got much heavier, lights crap under here. You got much heavier leaf springs and more of them than on the standard F-150. And this is a 10.25 differential. Okay? So that's your biggest difference. Another difference you have is the wheels. Here's a spare tire. The rest of the wheels are out. That's a 7-lug wheel. Okay? Basically everything else on the truck is the same. With the exception of they have the heavier duty transmissions in them. As far as I'm aware, if they came with a 5.4, they were not available with a standard transmission. The 4.6s were. There weren't a whole lot of those, I don't think. I haven't seen too many of them, just one or two. This has the 4R100 transmission. The front diff is the same as a regular F-150. It does have bigger brake rotors than the standard F-150, just slightly. But the brakes themselves, I'm fairly certain, are exactly the same. I don't know if they have more proportioning than what the regular one does. But it's basically your regular F-150 with heavy-duty rear suspension and differential. I really don't think that the torsion bars are any heavier or the front control arms or anything. They look exactly the same as a regular one. Yeah, those are right there. I'm trying to get the torsion bars out. It's like I said, this is a parts truck. I really just bought it for the engine. It had a reman engine in it. It had some decent tires on it. The one I'm redoing is a little bit nicer than this. Well, it's a lot nicer than this. But it's got a bad engine. Timing's all screwed up on it, and it was run like that for a while, so it probably needs a crank. But that's what I've got. Like I said, there's just not a whole lot of information about these on the internet. And before I bought it, I tried to look stuff up, and I couldn't find anything. I mean, it suits my purposes fine. A regular F-150 would suit my purposes fine. But it is always nice to have that little bit extra towing capacity. I believe the towing capacity is 7,000 pounds on these. I could be wrong. I remember looking it up, and there were some discrepancies over what it actually was. But the two trucks that I have is just parts truck and the other one. They're both 2003 7700 4x4s. They both have the 4R100 transmission. They both have the 10.25, I believe it's a Sterling differential. Other than that, like I said, it's just basically the same as a regular F-150 with a little bit stiffer suspension, a heavier duty axle. Now, I was doing some research, and I did find that the 10.25 axle is the same cover as the 10.5 axles that are in the Super Duties. So I know you can buy some cheap aluminum covers online. That's the only reason I looked into that. you know, the finned aluminum covers, because that was standard on the newer Super Duties. But if you have any questions, I'd be happy to try to answer them. But yeah, like I said, there just wasn't a whole lot of content available out there with the information on it. So you all have a fine afternoon and enjoy your day.